What's up, everyone? Welcome to another Stay Fishy Friday. We are your hosts. I'm Josh. Of course, that's Big Rich. And we are here to bring you a night of fishy fun, lots of drinks, and laughter, of course. That's the biggest part of our live streams is laughter. So tonight we have a few things for our guests. Of course, we have a few things we're going to talk about that were sent in to us. We have the Tracy update. And then we're going to open up the floor to fishy questions, of course. So let's go ahead and start this off. I'm going to go ahead and pull up my live chat. And I'm going to let Dad start talking about the mom update.
Hello all, how you doing?
Did that come up good?
I don't know.
Oh yeah. Alright, we're gonna do you the Tracy update, okay? Let me know if that came out like a demon voice. Trying new things here. Tracy's done really good this week. It's been amazing. Hardly any, clean and stuff coming out. It's really a lot easier to take care of her now. Yeah. I did. Awesome.
I have something exciting for you guys tonight. Just putting it out there.
So, this is the easiest it's been to take care of her, and every day when she's sitting there and I try and I feed her and stuff, but I feel bad because I'm feeding her through her stomach, peg, that she's not tasting nothing. And now with the doctors making us open her cup up all day long, every day, she's breathing through her mouth and her nose, and she's able to taste and smell now. So I take some things like, peanut butter, and I'll open her lips and I'll put it in there on her tongue and stuff. It's very satisfying to watch her sit there and she starts going, I do a little bit of syrup sometimes. I'll do chocolate. I don't know. It's been a lot nicer, I'm trying to figure this out.
There. Is the bypass on now? Or can you still hear it? I'm trying to turn this new program off. Sorry, guys. How about if I just close out program? There we go. The Dark Lord, Big Rich. That was on. All right, so it should be shut off now. Okay, so anyways, Tracy's been doing so good, and I've been giving her different tastes and different smells. I spray my cologne that she loves so much on my hand, and I'll hold it under her nose. She's been doing really, really good. I'm liking it. There ain't really much to tell you. She has been following me a lot more as I talk to her and stuff. I don't know. She's doing a lot better and seeming more alert, and I don't know what else to say about it. We had equipment failure this week. The thing that says her breathing rate and her pulse ox, it tells you the oxygen in this. It keeps shutting off every 2 minutes. All night last night, I was up because I could not ignore these beeping and stuff. But it would shut off and say disconnected and then turn back on. I didn't have to get up out of my room and come out there to help Tracy because obviously it's just a connection problem. And then but if it goes down below 90 on the pulse ox, then I have to run out there and suction her out. Find out why she's not getting oxygen. Maybe the hose is kinked or something. So, but I couldn't just ignore it. So I had to stay up all night. Every time it beeped, I had to look at it. Josh come running out of his room with Brittany, and I'm like telling him, don't worry about it. It's just equipment failure, but it sucked. So they replaced that today. Everything's good and everything's back to normal. So I'm very happy with the way she's, let's say, doing this week. She's doing so good, and it makes my life easier. I love taking care of her, but if I can cut out something, in my routine to where I can get 5 more minutes of sleep, it'd be great, But yeah, it's Tracy's been doing really good this week, and we're loving it. We're we got her arms loosened up a whole lot more than they've ever been. She used to want to go straight and tight and then, tuck in her arms. Well, we've had her in her braces that separates her fingers and hold her hands straight on both sides, and then they're down to her side. Now with all the stretching and straight up and out stuff, she don't even want to curl up no more. She's loose. You used to pick up her arms and try and do this, and she was tight holding it out there. Now she's just loose and letting us do what we want, so it's much better.
Did you try the crying baby thing?
Oh, I took Diesel today because she was very alert today. And, I took it under her feet and she actually pulled away. So she was really, really alert today. So I went and grabbed Diesel and I brought him up. I'm like, here, honey, here's your puppies. He's giving you kisses. And he started, licking her on her cheek right here. And she turned away. I'm like, oh, no, Tracy, you love puppies and babies. She didn't like this. She turned away and she gave me like a smirk, like, yeah, it was so cute. I like different reactions out of her. So and that's definitely a different reaction than normal. So the puppy did definitely. Diesel made a reaction out of her. I don't think she liked it, but it was adorable. I was happy. So
someone asked, why is there a guitar in the reef? That is the
light switch. This used to be my other son's room, and they had black curtains. And then there's flaming guitar pillows, flaming guitar, pillowcases, bed sheet, all that. So this room was flaming guitars. He moved on and now he lives down in Cincinnati, but this guitar hanging from the light pole was still there.
All right, we got Ange for $10. She says, hashtag Team Tracy, hashtag OFR Rocks. Cheers.
Aw. Cheers to you, you little shit. Love you, Ange.
What's the drinking word for tonight?
What do you want to make it?
I don't know. Aqua Shella?
Let's make it Aqua Shella. That's kind of hard to type and a long letter, but we're going to be talking about that a lot tonight. Because guess what, guys? We are in the Aqua Shella show next weekend. Last weekend, we did the Mammoth Cave Aquarium Expo. And we were like the VIP guest of honors. We were like the only celebrities there. And I'm not tooting my own horn saying we're celebrities, but that was a first year show, and we were like the most recognized people there. And JP loved it, and we were signing autographs all day. And Reaper was tripping out because he's never signed an autograph for anybody before. They wanted to see his autograph, So he was having a fun time. It was a good show. But next weekend, all the way up in Chicago, we are doing the Aqua Shella show. The show is Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday.
It's Saturday and Sunday.
Actually, Saturday and Sunday. Friday night is the...
Shh, it's private.
Okay. We'll be at Greg Woodstock's Aqualand place Friday night.
Alrighty. So, told you guys, big news. Super big news. So, you guys all know Bruce. You love him. Well, you know what? Bruce went out and he went adventuring.
Bruce got a little bit active. Somebody sent us something in the mail. Bruce got a girlfriend. What is this?
Got two.
What is that?
We got two? I don't know what kind of fish it's supposed to be.
And what is that?
I don't know. I'm going to call her.
It's like a mackerel.
Samantha? Bruce and Samantha? I don't know. You guys come up with the name for her. I mean, it could be a dude too. I don't know. Bruce might roll that way.
No, get off of here. Boy, me and you going to be fighting in a second. You stop your shit. I'm going to start retaliating.
Hey, our viewers sent us this and they want to see it, all right? So you get the double whammy.
Wow.
So yes, we need names. So we got Bruce. We need a name for this pretty gal right here. And it's going to be the next pain in my dad's butt. No, there was no name. So hopefully
one of our followers.
Hopefully one of you guys are watching now because you obviously seen the stream. You've seen I torment my dad with Bruce. So you sent us this awesome hand puppet.
Yeah, you see Big Rich getting tormented enough, and you guys decide, send him another puppet he can torment me some more with. You guys are the greatest. Ray Aquatic says, how's owning the exotic animals like in the Black Panthers and monkeys? It was great. Back in the day, we used to have, skunks that are about 3 inches long, and we had to bottle feed them. Same thing with hedgehogs and groundhogs and all kinds of things. We had just multitudes of exotic animals. So,
Did you ever have mackerels?
now you guys see I haven't hit him once. He deserves to be hit though. It was a fun time. I mean, it was a good thing, but I didn't realize what I was doing. I was buying these babies, exploiting them, and then selling them for my profit. I never really worried about where they went or how they were taken care of. It was just this is cool. We have a panther. All right, I just made $1,000 off it. That was cool. But this was, 15 years ago, and I really didn't have a heart then. Now I would never do it. But Mount Hope Exotic Animal Auction is closed down. They won't sell them no more. They sell livestock now, like cattle and llamas and stuff like that, donkeys. And then even like.
Tell me they sell ass.
This kid.
All right, so we have Norman R for $20. Says for Tracy, she may benefit from a massage/vibrating pillow. Check Amazon for vibrating pillow.
Wow. Okay.
Thank you. We'll definitely check into that and see what we can come up with. There's lots of mention of Aqua Shella.
Are you guys all going to be there? We've got our Fish Tubers booth, and I'm talking to them now about getting our own booth with maybe SC Aquatics or something, to where we can sit next to YouTubers booth, because YouTubers, we can go there, but we're required to work like 2 hours, 1 to 3, and then 4 to 5, something like that, 1 to 2 and 4 to 5, and if we have a booth next to it. My thing was, last time I was there, I went down to Gino from Placo Paradise and stood in front of his place, and I had lines of people coming up to me wanting autographs. So I stood there and did that, and I was the only one in the YouTuber booth that got rid of all of our signature cards. There was 1,000 of them.
Nicole What Whistle said, what's the best way to treat Popeye for my angelfish? They have it right now. It's the best treatment for it. Do a fresh water change, give them clean water, and then add in a antibacterial. Most of the time, Melafix will work, but you might not have it at your local pet store. So check whatever antibacterial they have at the pet store, and it should work wonders. So I hope that helps. And I think
we came up with a name for her, and it's Sheila. Everyone's liking the name Sheila. Okay. There we have it. We got Bruce
Sheila. You gotta stop with the voice, big guy.
No.
You're good from the show. All right. Someone said Aqua Shella. So drink up, Buttercup. JF asked if the new singles are going in the Bellagio. Most certainly they are. Probably tomorrow.
Yeah, that's it.
So I was going to do it yesterday, but decided to wait a few more days. So we'll probably end up doing it sometime tomorrow. I'm off all day, so we'll end up doing something. Is this still on?
What was that?
The voice thing? Steven just texted me and said your voice is high.
I put you on a little kid voice.
You're killing me, Smalls.
I'm trying to get to it.
This your payback for Bruce.
There, it's back to normal.
So, someone needs to take the reins away from this guy. We're trying to have a good stream here, and he's just jacking it
Making
up.
you sound like Chipmunk.
I don't want to make the Josh angry, all right?
The audio is a program that I downloaded. It's an add-on for OBS that changes it into the demon voice or like Mickey Mouse or anything in between. Sounds like Josh got kicked where the sun don't shine. Notice I wasn't talking that whole time. I was letting you love it up.
Do something.
That's good. There's no audio on it now. It's fine. I deleted it.
Yeah, I know. I'm sitting here just staring at you, like putting my fist on my face, staring at you until you talk.
Oh, I'm reading things for people and trying to do this.
All right, so I gotta make the stream fun once again.
No, here, forget him. We're going to AQUASHELLA next weekend, and we're going to have a great time. There's a lot of people.
Who's all going?
Yes. There is going to be Tanner Serpa.
No. I'm talking OFR.
Oh, me, you, Brittany, and possibly Reaper. But Tanner Serpa.
Wait. What's happening with Mom?
We already had the live stream update. I hit the chair and bounced off you.
I know. I'm saying, me, you, and Brittany are leaving. Who's watching Mom?
Oh, we have Christy's going to be here sleeping the night, and I'm going to watch her as normal, but through the camera that I have going to my room. So I'm going to call Christy every 2 hours, make her get up and reposition Tracy, and then suction out her bib. I've made a contraption to where the bottom of the tray collar is got a hole in it about 1/4 inch wide, about 2 inches long. Now every time she coughs out phlegm, the nurses always open up the tray collar and they suction it out. My way is she coughs and it falls down and goes into the bib. All you gotta do is suction the bib out every 2 hours. So it's better for long term at nighttime and get more sleep. So our nurse, the super nurse Mara, she's going to come here Friday. She's going to spend the night Friday night. She's going to be sleeping, but she'll be here in case there's an emergency. Christy can always go and wake up Mara. She's going to work 12-hour shift on Saturday, and then Christy's going to be here for 12 hours on Saturday night, and then Sunday, Evelyn's coming until 4, and then Mara's coming from 4 until midnight, so that we can make it back from Chicago. I mean, they come together. These nurses are the greatest. They come together and figured out how they're going to do this. And Mara don't get paid. She can only get paid for 12 hours a day. They won't pay for anything more. So she's sleeping here the other 12 hours both nights. So she is the greatest. But it was her birthday yesterday, and I went and got her a filet mignon steak out of the Walmart, or was it Walmart?
Oh, are you?
I was Walmart, and it was about 2 inches thick and about 5 inches, across. It was a very big filet mignon steak. And then I got her baked potatoes and a bottle of Crown Apple. That's her favorite. I asked her. So I went and got her this stuff, and this is, for helping us out, blah, blah, blah. And, thank you. And then I cooked her steak dinner for her, and it made it with baked potatoes and sour cream and cheddar cheese on the baked potatoes. She absolutely loved it. So, good deal.
Alrighty, we got 603 living for $2. Said we need to see that 580 turn into salt water.
I agree. You can't have it all. You can either have the 580 into your river tank, or you can have the Dwight Howard.
I gave you your tortoise, okay?
No.
Yes.
No.
Got your tortoise. You got your.
I got rid of the ducks. I love those ducks.
Then why aren't they here?
Because they were messy and you didn't want them. So I found them a better home at a farm.
I said I wasn't helping take care of them.
That's when they left.
Just like the salt water, I ain't touching it. Alrighty, moving on with this awesome show. We got Bwizzle Aquatics for $5. Said, cheers, what's up, y'all? Well, just moving along, thinking about what we're doing for Aqua Shella.
Yeah, we're leaving here Friday at noon. So here's the big news about that. We won't be able to do the live stream from here. So,
if possible, we're going to try.
We're going to do it from our phone at Aqualand, Greg Woodstock's place. So Steven does it every week on his phone. There's no moving backgrounds or green screen like this. So here, let me shut this off and show you what we see here. You guys don't see this, but cichlid background. There we go. That's what we're sitting in. We're just sitting in a room with a screen up there.
Except it's green, not
Yeah,
black.
I don't know why that's black. This is green. Green as can be. So I can turn that back on.
And there's not a floating logo up there.
Yeah, the logo, you can turn that off too. Where's that at right here? Boom. So let me turn them back on. We won't be able to do that while live streaming. You'll see the background while we're walking around. So, but we'll still be able to, communicate and do the show from Aquashella. We can actually do a walk around and show everybody Aquashella or Aqualand. The whole. He's got axe throwing rooms. He's got
and there's talks of, you know what? We won't.
We'll surprise them.
We won't talk about that.
Okay, log in next Friday for sure. We're going to show you everything that's there.
Also on Saturday, who wants us to host their live?
Oh yeah, we're going to be hosting a live broadcast from Aquashella on Saturday. We'll be judging some contests and stuff like that. But anyways, let me get back to this. Our live stream next Friday will not be from here. It will be from our phone at Greg Woodstock's Aqualand. We won't have the background. You will see things behind us, and the talk will be a little slower because Josh is going to follow along on his phone and be able to, but he has that 20-second delay like you guys do. So
I'll have it handled to where I'll be on his phone. I'll be reading the comments real time on the phone that we're shooting live from. Don't worry about it. I got it.
No, I'll have the phone talking that we're shooting live from.
If you're talking, I'll be drinking.
Oh my goodness. This kid is so hard to handle. Doesn't work with me at all.
Aquashella is in Chicago.
Yes. Chicago, Illinois.
It is at I forget the name of the convention center, but it's like right downtown.
If you look on OFR's page on Facebook, I have an ad in there for Aquashella. I'll go there myself right now. Okay, here we are at Facebook. Let me find Aquashella real quick.
We have Sammy Fichera for $10. Says, any plans to go to Aquashella Dallas? Would love to meet you guys.
Yes, it won't be Josh. It'll be most likely me and Reaper flying there.
Yes. So we can't always, expect Mara to be here. So I'll be watching my mom while my dad goes to Dallas. And, yeah. So you'll get probably Dad and Reaper.
All right, event dates are August 14th and 15th at the Schaumburg Convention Center. They gave us a hotel room there at the convention center, so we'll be sleeping right above the place.
So we got another great question. Who's gonna feed the fish while we're out of town? See, it's only 2.5 days, guys. I will overfeed
Before
all
we
the
leave.
fish before we leave. Overfeed them so they're not going to be hungry. Fish can honestly go weeks without eating. It's right at that 1 week to 2 week mark, they start getting super hungry and they start attacking each other and killing each other. So 2 days, they're not going to be, causing any trouble. We've done it before in the past and it's been just fine. So I'll make sure the water's changed, the fish are fed. We just have to go through the fish room with a fine tooth comb and make sure nothing can go wrong. So what that means. Overflows have no air pockets in them.
That's a big problem around here. Your overflow boxes has a box on the inside and a box on the outside and a U-tube connecting them. A lot of times air collects up there and stays at top. So every 4 or 5 days, I've got to restart these U-tubes and like many tanks because we have water coming in and then it flows out through the U-tubes. If that gets an airlock in it, no water flows out and water keeps pouring in and overfloods and floods the place. So,
but also along with that, while we're out of town, I will have people checking on the fish for me, via FaceTime. I'll have my brother here; he'll check on things. So we'll figure it out. We've done it before. We'll do it again. We all come together as one big family.
Right.
Cindy Hoot for $5. She said, AQUASHELLA, AQUASHELLA, AQUASHELLA.
Here's to you, Cindy. Thank you.
What did she say?
I heard right. It was Aqua Shella.
And?
Aqua Shella.
All right, we have Sunshine S for $10. Says, good seeing you, Big Rich and Reaper, at the Mammoth Cave Expo.
Oh, you were there. That was a great time. We had a great time. Where'd you get that? Because I had this highlighted for you right here.
What?
This.
Brian Regalny says, Josh, did your father show you the picture I sent him of the big Korean sign I made?
He's talking about this right here. He made this with a laser engraver, and it's hard plastic. It's thick, like a 1/4 inch thick, and it's beautiful. He made one about yay big. I showed Josh the picture. I don't know exactly, 2 foot wide maybe. I don't know. The picture looked about like that. I showed Josh the picture, and this is our logo basically. Remember we did this last week, and we put it up next to the logo. So this is our logo, and we would like to have that before we leave next week, and we will definitely put it on our table. We'll send your business cards with it so that we can hand out cards with it. Like if you got, I don't know, 100 or so extra, throw that with it, and we'll hand out your cards for you.
Or at least look like a little poster we can put by it and tell everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, we gladly advertise for you. I mean, they're great signs.
Awesome signs. I mean, way better than I thought. This is a 1/4 inch thick of hard plastic.
I was thinking, put it right in the mailbox. Boom. Attached to the mailbox. We need one for, right on the...
The moment I put out a sign, Strongsville will hit me with a cease and desist. We are not zoned for commercial. We are in residential. Neighbors already complained because I'm not having people come here and I'm selling things. They can't do nothing about it. I'm giving the fish away. So...
Yeah, but at the same
the moment we make a sign, we're commercial. Then they will shut us down.
It's not a commercial sign. It's just a sign you're supporting your favorite fish rescue. There's nothing telling you cannot have a sign on the front of your house. If I want to go up there and put a big...
That's not true. Everybody around here that put up a Biden sign, it disappeared the next day.
I wonder why. Moving on, your boy Jay for $5 says, how do I become a member of the channel to help support more? Hashtag OFR, hashtag Happy Fishy Friday. You want to take that one?
Sure. All you got to do is at the bottom of any one of our videos, right under the video, there is a like button, a subscribe button, and a join. I don't know if it's a button, but it says JOIN.
Yes, it's right underneath the banner. When you click on to the channel, it will say join. So go ahead and
you click that, and there's different tiers you can join. The higher the tier, the more benefits you get, and the more you can help out OFR.
Jim Cheesley for $5 says, no more green water, had lights off while in the hospital. Well, that's awesome, Jim.
Nice.
And if you
way to make the best out of a bad situation, brother.
Did you give him a UV sterilizer already?
I'm pretty sure I did.
Well, if he didn't, feel free to come by. I think I have one extra right now. And you are more than welcome to have it, Jim. Put it right on your tank, and there will be no algae. That sucker will be spick and span, looking crystal clear. We have Cindy Hoot again. She said, AQUASHELLA, AQUASHELLA, AQUASHELLA.
Here's to you, Cindy.
And wait, we got Cindy Hoot another time for $5. Want to know what she said?
AQUASHELLA?
AQUASHELLA, AQUASHELLA.
Yeah, it's funny. What does it say? I'll show. There we go.
We have Cindy Hoot again. $5. Can you guess it? AQUASHELLA, AQUASHELLA, AQUASHELLA. Oh, she's trying to get us all a little wasted here tonight.
That's okay. You're over there sounding like, Alvin and Chipmunks.
D Ham says, how much money did you get from the person that said you would give $1 for each heart given? I hope you made thousands. I pushed the like button. Heart. I don't think we
I didn't
got
hear nothing about it.
Yeah, I don't think we got nothing. All right, we have Anthony Norris for $5. He said, AQUASHELLA, 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 times 6.
Oh no. There's no mathematics in this.
I'm gonna need a refill here.
Right.
Too.
All right, we got any, this is all fun and dandy, guys, but seriously, we need to start answering fish related questions.
Wait. We have Cindy Hoot.
Oh, no.
AQUASHELLA, AQUASHELLA, AQUASHELLA.
Thank you, guys.
Yes. All right. So I'm gonna let Dad take over here. I'm gonna go make a new cup real quick. Cindy's name.
Amy Puta says I'm blacking out. Okay, everybody's saying hi to Reaper, so I take it Reaper's in the chat. What's up, buddy? Ari Puta says, when can I drop off my Pleco, please? Answer, guys, please. I'll drive from PA ASAP. We will be here all day tomorrow, Amy. So, yeah, that's Amy. Or Ari. Yeah, that's ARRY. Ari Puta. We'll be here all day tomorrow. You can come here. Message me on Messenger or Facebook, and I will give you the address. So just look for me on there. It's Big Rich. Or you can send me an email at bigrich@Ohio Fish Rescue, and I can answer you. All right. Jim, I was just watching. This is the Jim Sheasley. I was just watching old videos today because when I take care of Tracy, I always have OFR on there. And it showed the video where you were here, brother, and you were, sitting back and hanging with us and all that. And I don't know if anybody knows, but when Jim got first sick, he came over here and just blew my mind. He brought me, he said, look, my liver's not doing good. Doctor says I can never drink again. I'm like, oh, that's terrible, Jim. And he goes, I want to give you this. And he takes me to his car, and there's nothing but boxes and boxes and boxes full of every alcohol you can imagine. And there was, he had a nice Crown collection. He had Crown Apple, Crown Caramel, Crown salted pretzel or salted caramel, something like that. And then he had the elusive Crown Peach that you can't find anywhere. Still have that. That's sitting there like, oh my God, no one can find this. Well, we have a bottle. Then he brought me like 87 different bottles of vodka of all different flavors and colors, and oh my goodness. And then all kinds of wines, and he brought over probably $3,000 in alcohol and just said, I can't drink it no more. You guys take it. I haven't touched any of it. All I do is show people, look what Jim did. I got a whole curio cabinet full of it. I got my bar full of it. I got what's the other thing called? A curio cabinet type thing full of alcohol. And then, we went to the hospital and we didn't hear from him. We got nervous for a minute, And but yeah, he's finally back around. Good to see you, Jim. Good to see you, buddy. You guys have multiple hybrid shovel nose and red tails from JF. Yes, of course we do. We have so much of them. We actually just got in like 11 over 28 inches in the last, week and a half of red tails. Our hybrid is about 48 inches. He's the tank boss out there in the pool pond.
Have you read any of the Super Chats?
Yes, Bruce will be going to Aqua Shella.
Oh, and Sheila.
And Sheila, the new one.
Oh, guys. Oh, my God. I'm going to destroy Steven's world. He's not going to know what's coming for him.
Oh, on the skate off, they said we're going to be, one of the judges. I'm going to let you take that. So you can judge the skate off, because Steven's judging the skate off from SC Aquatics, too. And I know that Haley's going to be there. I don't know if they're going to be judging anything or anything like that, but Haley's going to be there, and Dustin's fish tanks,
Tanner
Sturba,
Brett
Raymer
from Tank.
Brett Raymer from Tank is going to be there. We're finally going to meet him because, I've already talked to a few of his family members. when we were out there, but I didn't meet Brett. Now, Brett's going to be there. We're going to meet him and tell him about how we have his tanks, 4 of his tanks that they built. So that's going to be cool. Also, there's other people going to be there. That's let me think. Oh, I have it right here. If you go onto Ohio Fish Rescue's YouTube page, I'm sorry, AquaShella page, Facebook page, it has an ad for AquaShella in there. And then here is the listing of everybody there. Oh, look at that. That's awesome. Such a great show.
All right, so we have Anthony Norris for $5. He said AQUASHELLA ×2. I got it back.
Is Rod from Predatory coming up? No?
He was
Okay.
in Florida.
Corey from Aquarium Co-op will be there.
Steven's in the chat. He just texted me. He heard
Steven's going to be there. He heard us talking about him. Steven from SC Aquatics is going to be
you
there.
You really don't want to know what he texted me.
What did you say?
I'll show you.
Oh, Steven. Remember how you said there was no rooms left? Let me see. Oh my God. He's hilarious. Remember how you said there was no rooms left and you had to get a hotel room at that place there, and I was going to call and get the same? We finally figured out who it was that offered us a room, and we got a room at the main hotel where the show is. So we don't have to drive. That means maybe, even maybe, we can drink in public.
All right.
So Steven from SC Aquatics is also going to be there.
We have Cindy Hoot for $5.
No, not again.
AQUASHELLA, AQUASHELLA, AQUASHELLA.
Dustin's Fish Tanks is going to be there.
There's going to be a bunch of vendors there too that are also YouTubers that are, well known. So I don't know.
DIY Joey will not be there, guys.
We have, wait for it, Cindy Hoot.
Oh no!
$5. AQUASHELLA, AQUASHELLA, AQUASHELLA.
You know what? There's a saying out there. You're gonna nickel and dime me to death. She's the epitome of that. Thank you, Cindy.
Drive me to drinking. Just saying.
That's hilarious. I love our followers. They're the greatest.
Alan Tomlinson says, "Hey guys, I got a 220 and a small leak in the top corner. Any way to fix the leak without having to break down the entire tank? Also, any idea how to make a top brace? The one is broken. Can't buy one." Well, the reason it's leaking is probably because your center brace broke and your tank started deflecting and your corners actually separated. So the only logical fix, you have to drain it down.
Way. Your corners are a 1/2 inch thick or 3/4 inch thick glass, and then they're set against a 90-degree angle glass. When the center bows out, it actually pulls this side away, and now there's barely anything held on because this side is pulling it apart. This side is still holding, so it breaks really easy when you have bowing or deflection like Josh is talking about. It's a very bad thing. If anything, you can take a 2x4 and cut a notch in front and back and then put it right down over it when it's empty. That way when you fill it, it'll hold it when it's full. It'll look ugly. You can do it with metal. You can do all kinds of different things to make it look good. But you can't have that bowing. It will destroy the corners big time.
Blake will also be at
Blake's
AQUASHELLA.
Exotic Animal Auction. Thank you. Or Animal Rescue. I called it auction.
Blake's Exotic Animal Ranch.
That's it.
Get that clear here.
He'll be there. Oh, isn't
LRB.
No, our buddy Raw Fishing gonna be there.
That I don't know.
Yes, he's gonna be there.
See.
Yes.
Okay.
Greg Woodstock's gonna be there. Possibly Ed Ballou or Ed Ballou.
Wait a minute. Cindy Hoot, $5.
Oh.
AQUASHELLA, AQUASHELLA, AQUASHELLA. She said,
Oh, my
"Love you
goodness.
guys."
Here, just pretend, Cindy, this is a toilet paper roll. It's empty.
And thanks again, Cindy.
Thank you. But I come prepared.
We have Steven Bondaluk for $5.
Oh, that's our buddy, the father of Paco, our Pacu. He's the one closest in size to Big Betty.
He gave us rum cakes.
He sent us rum cakes. That's how he remembers you, Steven. Not by the fish, not by you lived on the penthouse floor and we had to take your fish down in a tub on the elevator and all that. No, none of that matters. You sent rum cakes. That's how he remembers you, buddy.
Yeah, we had a good time while he was here.
Yeah, we always have a good time when he's here.
He's
like my brother from another mother.
He said, "Great news, Big Rich. My discus have recovered from last week since I spoke to you. Just did several 15% water changes. Everything worked out. Awesome.
Awesome.
So for those of you that don't know, we get messages very frequently. I wouldn't say daily, but
definitely daily.
Just today, I got a message from our buddy Jeff Beatty over in California.
Oh, Jeff, yeah.
His Frontosa were not doing so hot, and I helped him save his Frontosa, and he was super appreciative today. And that actually happened yesterday. Saved him today, and they're doing great. So,
but I do have one thing to say. Please, guys, I've got my number out there. You can call me directly. But please don't call me with just the simple questions that you can look up on the internet and do. Because I have to stop what work I'm doing, whether it's feeding Tracy or feeding the fish or, maybe I'm in a tank or whatever, and to answer this phone call. And then you're asking me, what should I feed my beta? These are all questions. If you can answer it looking on the internet, please do that. If it's something you can't figure out and your fish are in need and they're dire need and they're dying, ask us. We'll try and help as best we can. But, I've explained the theory of a cycle in a fish tank a million times over to a million different people. It's crazy. Nobody understands it. But, it's like you could have got this information off the internet. Please go do your due diligence before calling us and expecting us to, fix your problems for you. And I don't mind helping people at all. But, I get 30 to 50 calls a day on really questions that could be answered seriously by just looking it up on Google, Now, if Google don't show you and you can't figure it out and it's hard, definitely contact us. We'll try our best to help. But if we can weed out a bunch of these little questions that don't need our attention, it would be much nicer.
All right, so we have Goowoon Game Canal says, why do you only have silver arowanas, though? My favorite's the red panda. We don't have just silvers. We have silvers. We have black arowana.
We have albinos. We have platinums.
We have Australian arowana, the Giardini. But Asians are legal, so we can't have them. We have African arowana. So we have a few, We're doing our best over here.
And as soon as we get them legal, we will have all kinds of Asian arrows. I've got a company up in Canada willing to donate a super red to us, but we can't have them here. So, we've got a bunch of different places that are willing to help us out and get us these fish. I would like to just have them on display for the people that can't get them or have them, Mm-hmm. What's your wig tonight, Josh? Where's little Big Rich?
Hasn't came out the closet yet tonight.
So you telling me he came out the closet before?
We got Aloys for $10. It's $10 to help with a morning feeding. You guys are awesome.
Oh, thank
buddy.
you. You know what? We have this one guy. I forget the name. I'm sorry about that. But he sent us a GoFundMe link to his dog had cancer and they had to do a surgery, $3,000, and he said, please, if you can't, that's fine, but if you can, share it on your page. So I shared it on my page, and his dog's name is Jesse James. So I guess he's doing good now and he's out of the surgery, but they owe $3,000 for this surgery. So you can help. It's on my page on Facebook under Big Rich Price.
Alrighty, let's get some fishy questions in the chat before Bruce and Sheila pay my dad a visit. You guys aren't gonna like that one.
I'm not gonna like that.
Oh,
You're
they're,
not gonna
they're
like
gonna love
I'm gonna start swinging. That's what it is.
it.
I love hanging out with you guys on Friday nights. It's awesome. And I got my girl Tracy right here in the phone, and I got it on airplane. Oh, stop! I got it on airplane mode so nobody can call, but I can still see her, and it's right here. And we're good to go. You put them things away. I hate them things.
You get that thing away from me right now.
I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying.
It's like a velociraptor.
Yeah. Oh.
You just tried to nut tap me.
I did. You're going to stop doing that to me because I'm going to nut tap you every time.
That big
What?
mongoloid bee stung hand.
Oh, yeah. Look at this, guys. Do you see my hand here? I can't even make a fist. Let me turn it sideways.
Masturbating accident.
Oh, come on. This is a family show. Stop that. You see how thick and swollen that is right here? I got stung by a bee on my finger right here. And then I also got stung under here. Look at that big red spot right here. And it's all hard and thick and caked. It's all red. It's 2 bees stung me at the same time. It was ridiculous. I went running out of there like a little girl. Swear to God. I'll get him off me. All I felt was pain on my inside of my arm and then in between my fingers here. It sucked. That was horrible.
We got Wolves Creed for 200 secs. Says, I love the fish, but I love you guys more.
Aw.
Please treat yourselves. You deserve it.
Thank you. That's awesome of you. Appreciate that.
Ari Poda says, you guys make my week.
Well, you make my week too because I get to hang with you guys on Friday nights and I don't get to go out, every single night. I've got a nurse here from 8 to 4, Monday through Friday. So from 4 o'clock until midnight is another 8-hour shift. From midnight until 8 o'clock in the morning is a second 8-hour shift. I have to do those every single night of the week. And then while the nurse is here, then I go do rescues with Reaper, or I help Josh during the day and we do things out there. You seen the video I just put out yesterday, and it showed me feeding Tracy, waiting for the nurse to show up, and then I got to work. So I don't really sleep hardly at all. I get 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, sometimes a half hour. My best sleep is when the nurse gets here at 8 o'clock. By 8:30, I hand her off to Mara, and I go in my room and go to sleep. And I can sleep till usually about 10. I get an hour and a half of deep sleep. That's my best sleep. But all night long, I have to reposition Tracy every 2 hours. I have to suction her, stuff like that. So, I got my alarm set. I wake up and I take care of Tracy. I come back to bed and it's, maybe 20 after 2. And then I've got a little bit to fall asleep and then I wake back up, at 4. So I don't get very long sleep at night, but in the morning is my best sleep. Today, I swear to God, the world was against me. Christy, the girl that shows up on Saturday, she's like a babysitter for me. I pay her $5 an hour and she sits here with Tracy while we go outside and work on the rescue and, get things done. And I'm telling you, boy, oh my goodness.
I'm not touching you.
That's going to hurt you.
I'm not
I hit you with this club. It's going to hurt.
I'm
You
not
just stop.
touching you.
So anyways,
I'm not touching
if something happens with Tracy, Christy can call me and I can come running in, which lets me get a lot of work done on Saturdays when Josh is off and we can do things together. So that works out great. And $5 an hour, you can't beat that. But she ain't working hard. She just sits there and watches her favorite shows. Josh, stop it. Seriously.
Sheila just wants some love. She's not trying to bite you.
Oh my God. This kid. Have you got your kids ever grown up and acted like this? Would you stop? Get out of here. Whoever sent that in, me and you got to talk. I got words to say to you. Oh my God.
You don't love me no more?
Oh, stop it.
All right.
Wait, hold up. Big Rich, could you beat Al Bundy in a fight? Al Bundy's easy pickings. He's an old man. He's nothing. I was a bouncer for 18 years. I've learned all kinds of tricks. I have never, ever in my life once lost a fight. Now, I've been vested when I took on crowds, like the crowd at the Punch Palace on the corner of 87th and Madison. They were getting the best of me. I was fighting like 30 people. They were getting the best of me. My house is right across the street. I have a baseball bat on the porch. They were getting the best of me. Now, what had happened was I went in there. I don't go to bars because of too many idiots wanting to start fights and trouble and stuff. But my tenant that was in the basement at my last house, he was moving out, and he wanted to take me over and buy me a drink. So we go over there. I get a vodka and squirt, and I'm sitting there, and I'm sipping it out of the straw, a little tiny straw from the vodka and squirt. And here comes Billy Joe Bob, his cousin Skeeter, and his other cousin Bubba. They come walking up, and I shit you not, they're wearing bib overalls with no shirt. This is the country hillbilly hick bar I was in. And, I'm sitting there drinking, I ignore people. All of a sudden, on the back of my shoulder, and my whole drink spills on the bar. I'm like, I turn around, I slam my drink down. I'm like, what? And he's like, you was hitting on my old lady. I'm like, dude, I don't know who your old lady is. I ain't hitting on nobody. I'm here to have one drink, and I'm leaving. All right, back off. I turned around. I started to take a sip of my drink again because now I'm riled. And he hits me on the same shoulder, and I spill it on my chin. I slammed it down. I turned around. What? He's like, I said you was hitting on my old lady. And I'm like, look, dude, I don't know who your one-toothed old lady is, but I ain't hitting on her. Trust that. Back off, back out. I'm out of here. I'm leaving now. Come on. What was his name?
Jeff.
Come on, Jeff. Let's go. So now I'm walking out the bar. Jeff is beside me. Funniest thing. I see Jeff just get snatched out from beside me. All I see is his boots now going that way. It's funny as can be. Here, the owner of the bar, this old guy, he was like 70-some. He had grabbed Jeff from the back of the shoulders and pulled his shirt backwards. So Jeff is now, he was standing up. Now he's backwards floating through the air. And I see his boots, from my side view. I turn around and he's on the little, there's a puck.
Ball?
No, it's a puck table that you shoot like a bowling ball, and the pins are down there. He's on that table, and this old man is just hitting him in his face. I'm like, yo, stop. And I push the old man. I grab Jeff and start picking him up. Next thing I know, the old man comes up and hits me in my jaw. Well, when you hit me in my jaw and I have to turn away from you, I'm already set with this over here. You know what I'm saying? I turn this way. I turn back around. I'm like, bam! And I hit him. And he looked like Popeye, in a fight because I hit him. He flew up and floated in the ground backwards until he hit his back on the ground and slid. And I'm still worrying like, who the hell was that? And why are you hitting me? Next thing I see is the whole bar gets up and comes running at me. That was the bar owner. This is his bar. These are his people. So they all picked me up and they got me on, his arms. Look at how red that is. Ow. That itches like crazy. So they got me up on top and, I was a bouncer. So I know when you get the person outside, you're going to throw them. So as they take me outside, I grabbed the center section between the two doors and they went to throw me and I just grabbed on. So they set me down. Next thing I know, someone punched me in the back of my head. Then all I saw was punches coming from everywhere. I'm out there fighting 20-some people, and I'm hitting, I'm kicking, I'm elbowing, I'm doing all this, I'm And next thing you know, I'm on my hands and knees, and they're all on top of me, hitting me on my back. Well, I crawled out between one guy's legs, and I got up, and I ran because, now remember, I didn't run because I'm scared. I didn't run because, I don't fight. I've never lost a fight. Here's where they made the mistake. I ran across the street where I know I have a baseball bat. I jumped up onto the porch and I grabbed the bat and I slid backwards into my sliding door. I get back up and run at them. They all stop chasing me and run back to that bar. Now I get all the way to the bar and they're all running in there. They lock the door. So I take my bat and I'm bam and I bust. It's only a little 6-inch wide window, about 3 foot tall. I'm busting that window. The next thing you know, I see one guy in there. He's got his foot on the wall and his hands on the doorknob, and I'm busting this window. And I'm like, all right, you guys won't come out. I called them names. I was like, get out of here now, or I'm busting everything in this parking lot. I turned around and I busted a windshield on a car there. I busted off a rear view mirror over here. I still got this bat in my hand. Next thing you know, I go and I take both hands and I'm going to bust this windshield out of this car, and I hear, woo! It was a police. They were in the alley watching me do all this. They seen me be the aggressor. They seen me coming after them. So we go over there, the cops, they arrest everybody. And the bar's playing it off like we did nothing. This guy came in starting all kinds of trouble. I told them I got jumped by all these guys, and they ran from me like wusses, And so they agreed not to press charges if I didn't press charges, and I paid for the 2 windows I busted out. So I'm like, that's fine, no problem. These bunch of wussies ran from me, just little old me, but they were ready to jump down my throat when they got 20 of them, So I go back there and I pay for the windows, and I had to. Here's where they messed up. I had to show up at each property where they owned their where they lived, and their car was there with Safe Light Auto Glass, and pay for this guy's window, this guy's side window. Well, I jotted down the addresses. I called my buddy Mel. His name was Angel, but
Shouldn't be sharing this with public.
Well, this is 20 years ago when we lived back there. So I called Akmel, and I'm like, look, dude, I busted out these windows. They made me replace them. I'll give you $25 for every window you bust out. Here's the new address.
I want my window back.
I want my window back. So Akmel went there, and he busted out the window that I just replaced. And then he went to the other address, busted out that window I just replaced. And he came to me, and he's like, dude, I want my money. I'm like, how do I know you busted the windows out? He showed me pictures. I'm like, you're the best. Here you go. Here's your $50. And next thing you know, the bar owner comes over with like 15 people to my house. And he's standing out in front of my street. He won't come on my property. And he's yelling for me. So I go out there, and I go to the end of my driveway. I'm standing on the street. He's standing there, and he's like, you did this, and you did that. I'm like, what are you talking about? You guys jumped me last night, and you ran from me when I grabbed my bat to equalize the problems. Y'all a bunch of wusses, And he's like, no, you took our windows back out. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. And he was like, he wanted to escalate and start a problem. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, look, dude, best back off, because I will hit you first before anybody else can jump me. You're getting your ass knocked out. Next thing you know, he's like, well, look, dude, I respect that. You stood up to us. You did this and that. We had 23 people against you, and you hurt a lot of people. And now I'm standing here in your face, and you're not backing down. I respect you. I want you to come down and have a drink. And I'm thinking, set up, So I'm like, no, I shook his hand. I'm like, you go do you over there. I'm raising my family over here. You people don't need to be over here. Blah, blah, blah. Go have fun.
Big Rich sounds suspiciously like the movie Roadhouse.
Like the movie what?
Roadhouse.
Oh, I lived my life like Roadhouse, dude. I did. So anyways,
What did you
I
lose
never
that night?
had a problem with that.
What did you lose that night?
What did I lose?
Yeah.
My drink. I didn't lose my eye. That was in the fight with the 3 brothers against the guy that was beating up his old lady, and Tracy said, get him, Rich.
Oh, that was the bar night.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Now, I didn't lose that fight either. I lost my eye because I took the biggest one down. I got him in a sleeper hold. If people don't know what a sleeper hold is, it definitely puts you to sleep. And this guy was big, and he was a badass. So I latched onto him, and I'm taking him down. Well, his brother comes running up and kicks me in my open eye, and it twists my eye so far inwards towards my nose that it ripped here's my eye. Here's on the back side is the ocular nerve. When it spun so fast this way, it ripped off 75% of the nerve, and it's only held on by this one corner. So I can still see through the eye, but it's very dark. Like on a bright sunny day where there's snow on the ground, I can see a dark car drive by. It has to be that contrast though. Like in this room here, if I was to block my good eye, I can't see nothing. It's all dark in here. I couldn't see nothing. So, but the eye is still alive, so they didn't have to replace it with a fake or anything like that. That was for Tracy. Her girlfriend was getting beat up by her husband. She said, get him. And I got him. And I won against him, but his brother come up and kicked me while I was down, and I didn't even see him coming, So I lost my eye. But when that happened, I let go of the big dude, and I went running after the guy that kicked me. And, he's much skinnier and small, and he took off down the street. I come back, and this guy got up, and he starts running. So I chased him down the street. Now, my big ass can't run very fast. So they got away. But, I definitely did not lose that fight. I lost an eye, yes. Stuff happens.
All right, Dave Hudson for $3 says, "What's the hardest to keep fish you currently have?"
I would say the GATF, because it's, oh my goodness, it's so hard to get in a big GATF and keep them alive. You know, we've had it happen for a couple days, and then we've had them show up dead on arrival. So we're going to stop trying to get big ones, and you know, we're going to buy a few little ones and grow them out. And that's all there's to
We have
it.
a few. We have two.
We have two now.
So we have Steven Bundeluck for $10 says, "Another contribution to help feed Paco and his friends. I hope to see you guys again this October. There will be rum pastries and maybe some authentic pizza from Brooklyn."
Awesome.
My
We
dude.
love you, Steven. You're the best. But if you can come down in November instead of October, you can see the OCA and hang out with us and, you know, do signatures and all that. And, you know, it's a great big show here. See if you can change it to November. Look up Ohio Cichlid Association and you'll see where the big extravaganza is what it's called, at the Holiday Inn by our house. So it's a big show once a year.
Alrighty, we got Colin Doyle for $20. He said, "What's up, boys? Just got home from driving, so I'm just tuning in. Killer shades, Big Rich." You act like that hurts.
It does, dude. I didn't bite on you.
Go on,
Okay.
Go on, grab my nipple. Go ahead.
All right. There's how you do me. Oh, you stop it. You're just sitting there. You know that hurts.
I kind of liked it.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, man.
Allison Berry says, "Did y'all ever get the koi food from Haley?" Yes, we did.
The drinking word Aqua Shella.
Yes. We have got how many bags of koi food now?
I don't know. There's thousands of pounds.
Thousands of pounds. Probably about, I'd say there's at least 100 bags of 20-pound bags. There's a bunch back there. And that was donated from a fish club near Haley's house. And Haley from Oddball Aquatics calls us and says, "You guys need this." So, you know, we ended up getting it.
You made my nipple hard.
Who actually went down there and picked that up?
Luke.
Our boy Luke. One of the best volunteers we've had.
Alrighty, Colin Dole for another $5. He said, "Aqua Shella, Aqua Shella, Aqua Shella." That's been a theme tonight.
Here's our buddy Colin.
My legs are sore. Oof. Leg day was yesterday, and I wanted to cry.
I hate leg day. The whole next day, you're useless. I mean, walking down the
do it
steps
right-
is dangerous.
If you do it right,
No,
every day the
you
next
walk
day is
down the
useless.
steps after leg day, and your legs give out under you like, what happened? And you're falling. I'm close to 60. Falling at my age is you know, you end up in the hospital. You fall that 3 foot till you hit the ground, something breaks. Trust me.
Randy Koch said, "How is the wild ducks doing with her chicks?" The chicks are all grown up. They look like full-grown ducks now, and they are doing
Yes.
great, destroying our
white-feathered.
pond plans.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're talking the wild ducks.
Yes.
Yes. They're actually there's only one left now. They were 7 out there.
I seen 7 just the other day.
Yeah, the other day. Today I saw 1.
Yeah, and then a couple of days before that, I seen 4, and they come in phases. So, you know, one might have gotten eaten. I don't know. Maybe, possibly. He might have went off and found his miss right. He might have, you know, went to another
He's too
pond.
young for that. He just got hatched.
Hey, he's old enough to have color. He's old enough to do his business. All right, more fishy questions. Sorry, there's a lot of sidebar conversations here. All right, my nipple's not hard no more.
Tri-State Tropicals is showing us what salt to get. Problem is we already got bags of salt.
So we have a cheaper, more economical, better solution. If you go to your local Home Depot and you get the 100% all natural salt crystals for your water softeners. It is 100% natural. It's great. It's about $10 a bag for a 40-pound bag.
You're gonna have so many saltwater people hating you right now.
I'm not talking about salt water. I'm talking about for salting your freshwater fish.
Oh, we're talking the saltwater tank, and then you come in with that.
No, I'm talking about for salting your freshwater tank. Don't buy aquarium salt. It's bad. You're way overspending. Go to Home Depot. Get the 100% natural crystals.
What he is talking about is right. You buy a tub this big at Walmart for like $7.99, and it's what was that? No
aquarium salt.
No iodine aquarium salt.
Non-iodine. You can do that at the grocery store too.
Right, and that's kind of, it's not expensive, but that's higher. But if you get that sack, what he's talking about, it's non-iodized. It's great. It's 100% pure algae. You can add salt to your tanks at a 3% solution for like helping your fish out and stuff like that. That's what we do. But we're, this guy asked about the saltwater tank.
No, I didn't.
The Red Sea saltwater salt is the best for starting up an aquarium.
Did not see that. We got Reaper for $2. He said, "You sorry old man." Hashtag Team Tracy.
Why am I sorry? He's the one that didn't even put out a video yesterday. I stayed up last night from 3 o'clock until 5 o'clock producing this video so that you guys can have it at 7 o'clock. At 3 o'clock in the morning, I did not have a thumbnail. I did not have a title. I did not have a video. I pieced together my day and all this, and the video came out to like an hour and a half long. So I cut it into 3 sections of everything that I do in a day. I had to cut it into 3 30-minute sections. So I'll have more videos continuing on from the last video.
What meds do you use in quarantine? There is a mixture. So we use whatever's donated to us, but if we have to buy, there was a video put on this, so you can already know what I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, Reed, where was the video yesterday? I love it.
But we, for our broad spectrum, we use microblip broad spectrum disease treatment. That takes care of bacterial, some fungal, and a very small portion of
So
bacterial,
that leaves fungal medications and
which
then
can be taken
parasites.
care of with salt.
Right.
Most of the time. And parasites, the hardest thing. If you have anchorworms, lice, flukes, you take care of it with Dimilin X.
That's what we
That's
use.
about $40 for 200,000 gallons. Works great. So parasites aren't that bad. The real money spender is bacterial infections.
Oh, and it's bad. If they're internal and they got red streaks on their belly, you're pretty much going to lose that fish.
Yes, and with the FDA cracking down on a lot of
The
fish
FDA has
medications,
stopped a lot of medications that the fish companies used to sell. That's horrible.
because humans were taking them for human consumption.
Idiots. We're trying to get high on different fish drugs. That's crazy. Why do you need to get high? Stop it.
It's just
Go
like,
have fun in life. Make your life
why
fun.
would I pay $300 for some erythromycin through CVS Pharmacy when I can buy it for $10 at the fish store? Just saying. We have Eric Heddick for $5. Says, have you guys ever tried to use a fish trap? I'm trying to catch tiger barbs in a planted tank. I've tried cutting bottle.
We tried a fish trap that Willstar bought and brought over here. It was a round net, and it had like 7 or 9 holes all the way around where you can go in, but you can't come out. Okay. Problem is, we had that one big peacock bass in the pool pond. It was doing great. The other one jumped in from the bass pond, and he eventually got eaten because he was smaller. So our bigger peacock bass that was in the pool pond, we came out in the morning after Will put this net out there, and our peacock bass was stuck inside the intake. His arms were sideways, and could not go backwards out of this hole. And we got him loose, but he later died. So no fish traps. I don't care how many cichlids you want out of that pool. No fish traps. Period.
Agreed. Just drain the tank and get in there with a net. catch.
Yeah, drain the 58,000-gallon pond.
No, he's talking about his planting tank for the tiger barbs.
Oh yeah, that's 300-gallon, 350, I think it is. You can drain that, and it'll be real easy to catch them at that point. Yeah.
And if I so wanted to, I'd drain that 58,000 too, and I'd catch all of them.
It would take us 2.5 weeks to fill it back up, and probably $1,000 in water.
I'd get that pass from my job. I'd turn that fire hydrant on, and I'd be like, woo-wee!
We tried that before. The neighbor called the cops on us.
Now, if you have a permit, all I have to do is call my coworker and say, hey, I need a permit on colebright over here. I'm going to take about this much water. Okay. End of the day.
Why didn't you say that then?
They just want paid. That's it.
What do you mean paid?
You have to pay for the hydrant permit.
Well, that's probably $40-50. I already paid $1,000 extra on my water bill trying to fill the pool.
Yeah, you paid way more. If you would have done through the city and got the hydrant permit. So if you call Strongsville is actually going to call downtown to Cleveland Water and get the hydrant permit for us.
And my boy works at the Cleveland Water Department as a structural engineer. So when Strongsville messes with me, like they weren't giving us the permit for the back deck. Josh had it drew up and then stamped by a city engineer. Strongsville couldn't say no. That's it. It's done. It's stamped by city. You know, the people you have to go and have it checked with. It's already stamped. Boom. Take their drawings and give them the permit. And that's what they did. And we did the back deck. It was awesome. I was like, you people don't want to give me a bit of slack. I'll just have your boss, you know, stamp this and we're good to go.
So yeah, no matter if you have a hydrant permit, you can run up to a 2-3 inch hose, whatever you stick on that hydrant. You can run it across as many driveways as you want to get to your property because you have a permit. It's completely legal. So what that means is in the right of way, usually 10-15 feet from the curb of the street into your front yard is actually owned by the city. So fire hydrants are on city property. We actually own it. Doesn't matter what you say as a property owner, you don't own it. I can do whatever the hell I want. So if you have that permit, you're legally allowed to run it down city property and to your property and get whatever water you want. They will want to be sourpusses and say, oh, that's on my property. No, it ain't. Call my son. That's all I gotta say. But moving on.
It was awesome.
Michelle L said, is there anything the neighbors won't call the cops about?
No, they don't call on themselves at all. They do call on everything we do, including when we were moving in, we parked the U-Haul truck in the driveway. They called on that. The greatest craziness I've ever seen in my life. What do you mean I'm not allowed to have the U-Haul truck here? The cops are like, well, you can't park it here. You have to move it. And I'm like, do you not understand how moving in goes? I rented the truck for the weekend. It's going to be here. I don't care what you say. We're going to unload it. And then next weekend, we're going to do the same thing again. You know? He goes, well, I'm going to have to mark your tires to make sure it's moved. I'm like, are you shitting me? Seriously? Go mark the tires. Go ahead. So they marked the tires. And they came back and tried checking it. You know? The next van was a different van. And it didn't have no marks on the tires. And if it would have, by chance, lined up with the marks in the driveway, you know, it was a completely different truck. I mean, I don't understand why Strongsville don't understand how it works when you move in. The cop should have been like, I can't believe they called on your moving truck. You know, everyone that moves in gets a U-Haul truck and moves in. I don't get it, but, you know, leave her alone and, you know.
Karens.
Right, Karens. Leave her alone and I'll just ignore it from this point on. Get your house moved in. That's what they should have done. They did not do that. They were like acting like I was this, you know, John Gotti and, you know, they're going to bust me now. It was crazy.
All right, guys, let's get some fish questions in the chat. We are caught up to speed. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Post it again. We got Danimal Cracker for $5. Says, you guys need to buy the Karen neighbor's house and expand the rescue.
Dude,
Trust
we
me,
want to do
I
that so
tried.
fast.
I texted their daughter, said, hey, convince your parents to sell me their house. Because I know their daughter. And she said, Absolutely not. And I didn't tell you, but while you were at the Mammoth Cave Aquarium Expo, said Karen neighbor came over and apologized to me for all the, stuff with her husband and whatnot, and said, I just want to be a good neighbor.
Really? After they cost me thousands of dollars in court fees and your mother having to go to jail for 3 days? She wants to be a good neighbor now?
Well, she's in.
Every time she tries talking to me, I just act like I didn't hear her and I keep walking. No. She showed up in court against me to have the addition built.
Yeah.
And she told them, her exact words were, they had that big monstrosity of a house over there and I don't want any more built on. And the courts were like, ma'am, you can't stop him from building onto his house. He's asking for a variance to the state laws. He wants a 8-foot, garage door instead of a 6-foot French door. 6 foot is as large as we're willing to go. She goes, well, then that's what I want. I don't want him having nothing over there that he can start a business with. So I wasn't allowed to have a garage door because Karen showed up. Now Karen's coming over here saying, I want to be a good neighbor. You know what I'm saying? No, I need a moat between my house and her house full of piranha and crocodiles.
Alligator.
To keep Karen's out of my yard, period. She's ridiculous. I'm sitting out there one night and the cops come up and I'm like, can I help you? And they're like, yeah, we're here answering the thing for a big party going on here. I'm like, no, I'm talking to, this guy here and this guy here. And they only showed up. I gave them a tour of the fish rescue and they're getting ready to leave. We're out here talking. You can hear crickets in the background. It's dark. It's getting dark. And he's like, well, can I check out the rest of the house? And I'm like, no, why would you want to go into my house? He goes, well, to see if there's a party going on. And I'm like, the door's open. Look in there. If you walk through, we're going to have problems. I'm not inviting you in my house. And he goes, why? I'm like, will you take your shoes off? He goes, no. And I'm like, well, that's why. You're not coming in my house because I just spent $8,000 on new carpeting. And you want to come in there and tread your dirt all over it? I don't know where you've been, how many police, sites you've been at, and blood and guts and whatever. I know. You take your shoes off, you can come in. He would not take his shoes off. He could not come in. And, he got an attitude against me. Well, I'll tell you what. In Cleveland, the cops show up and they're like, hey, turn that down. Yes, sir. Don't make us come back, all right? If we come back, we're taking everybody to jail. Yes, sir, officer. And they leave. Nobody from Cleveland ever wanted to go in your house. Strongsville is just ridiculous. It's
10 minutes. Get
Go on
your
with
fishy
your
questions in.
Get your fishy questions in.
There was one that passed up. What's your favorite fish color or morph?
Ooh, I would have to say the alligator gars in the 2200. I love them. $10,000 a piece.
So
gator gars.
there is that same morph of Florida gar just came in from Vietnam.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Now let me put this in perspective. They were $500 in Vietnam.
Okay.
Come over here, $3,000 a piece.
Oh my goodness.
For Florida gar.
Ridiculous.
All right, so we got that out the way. Let's get some more questions in the chat before we have to sign off here for the night, guys. What bottom feeders are in the cichlid pelage? Oh,
Dougie's question there. Bottom feeders, we have Synodontis catfish in there. Probably, I think, 4 of them.
yeah, something like that.
We never see them. They're always hiding. But, that's the only other thing I have in there. Now, Dougie says,
That's
Flushing.
It's not a question either. Answering a sidebar combo.
that's fine. Flushing pseudoscience antibiotics into the water supply because you think it'll fix your fish is not generally a good idea. Yes, what you're doing there is you're giving a small dose to your fish, and what they're doing is they're learning to build up an antibody to that
They're building up an immunity.
immunity to that antibiotic is what they're doing. And it's all bad. So basically, you can put medicine in food if they're still eating, or you can inject it into their skin. You cannot. The only thing that's absorbed by the skin is a medicine called Canaplex. It is the only medicine I know. It's expensive, but it's the only medicine I know that's absorbed by the skin.
Antibacterial.
Right. So.
Antibiotic that is absorbed through the skin. All the others do not. You have to either inject them or ingest it via food.
Stop fighting the known and true tested ways and just go with the flow.
Eric Heddick said, any big plans for the 700-gallon Matt's tank? Stay tuned. Watch out, buddy.
No. I'm going to throw his butt in there because I'm tired of him telling me no on what I want to do.
I'll throw him in it and film a video of him trying to get out. All right. If you can only keep one fish each, which ones would they be?
His would be the Pseudocanthicus serratus.
No.
No? The black devil cactus catfish.
What? Why would I want that?
That's your favorite. You love saying Pseudocanthicus serratus.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. You say it all the time.
My favorite catfish is
Quit
the
playing
goonch.
with your booby.
My favorite catfish is the goonch.
Yes, the goonch is definitely one of his favorite catfish.
Thought you were about to say that. The plecos? Man, I'd rather have the Adonis than the serratus.
That Adonis is impressive. 36.5 inches now. He is a monster.
You would choose Brutus.
Of course I would choose Brutus. He's my monster. He's my baby.
Is it because he looks like a...
Now I'm going to have to fight with my son.
Alrighty. Just a few more questions tonight. Are you guys planning on one day to put the big platinum redtail in the monster pond?
No. We're trying to keep all the platinums and albinos into the albino tank.
Except the gar. They're going to have to.
The gars are getting big to where they're starting to nip at everybody. So they're going to have to go into the pool. Just like the platinum gars. I would love to have them in there. But with the gars, the smaller area gives them more aggression problems and they nitpick on other fish. Well, when a 3-foot gar nitpicks on you, you're going to have a bunch of missing fins, scales, all kinds of stuff. And then bacterial infections and fungal infections set in and it's all bad.
All right. Patio update.
Go ahead.
Next week.
I got the permit in. They approved it. We're good. Josh took it into work. He drew up everything that we needed, drawn up, and showed how we're making it and all that. And I went in and applied for the permit, and they accepted the drawings. I picked it up yesterday. But my buddy that's a cement worker who's going to help me.
I drew it up on my free time, by the way.
On his free time.
I did not take it into work.
My buddy who's a construction worker on with cement, he's going on vacation this week. So he's going to help me next week put up all the framing and do the stamping of the concrete. You know, so he's going to help out. His name is Claude.
Alrighty, 6 more minutes, guys. 6 more minutes. Dave Hudson said, another great Stay Fishy Friday. It was great to see Tracy doing well in today's video.
I have loved it all week long. She's done so well. It's great. Oh, here, guys. Would you rather see me with the headband and these pit viper glasses, or would you rather see me with my normal aviator glasses and no headband like normal for the Aqua Shella show? I'll be walking around. I'll be walking around. I'll be doing things. So why do you guys want me to dress there?
Right. When will the other Pima be put in the monster pond? When he's well over 4 foot.
Yeah, well, the last Pima we put in there, Brutus messed with him so bad. He was 3.5 foot. Brutus messed with him so bad, picked on him all night. By morning, he was gone.
All right, that was a good question. Let's.
All right, we got one person saying we got to wear the pit vipers.
If you want the Tracy update, it was at the beginning of this live
Always,
stream.
at every live stream. It's always at the beginning.
right, let's get some more questions. Well, that's just people answering your question.
Yeah. Well, I asked. It's Colin Doyle for $4.99. Says Dwight Howard tank.
Ideas done.
Ideas done? No.
I want a Cayman lizard in there with water.
I
and
don't
tree
care
stumps.
what he wants. I want a fish tank. So let's have you guys decide. Team Josh, Team Big Rich.
I ain't gonna get in there and do the damn work to destroy that tank. I'd rather buy a tank that I know is going to hold. That is 1.25 inch acrylic at 4 feet tall, not knowing if they use.
The Bellagio's are 1.25 inches
Not,
at 4 feet tall.
Not knowing what kind of acrylic they use, because they knew it was a reptile enclosure. They might not have used the right proper acrylic for an aquarium. You could fill it, could bust apart. And then
We can ask Brett this weekend at Aqua Shella.
I guarantee you he doesn't even remember the Bellagio tanks or what they were built out of.
He remembers he don't talk to Wade no more.
He can't even remember the dimensions, because when I asked him, he was like, "What tanks? Oh, the Bellagio." Yeah, when I talked to the general about
I talked to the general too.
and Wade, they didn't remember a damn thing about the Bellagio tanks.
Really?
Not at all.
Wow.
So,
You know, Wade sent me a friend request on Facebook.
yes.
I have the friend request, the snapshot of it, because I was like, oh my God.
You are dividing us. We got Team Josh, Big Rich, Josh, Big Rich, Josh, Big Rich, Josh, Team Josh, Team Big Rich, Team Big Rich, Team Big Rich, Team Big Rich.
It sounds like Team Big Rich is winning.
No, I think Josh.
Hey, also, guys, on our Stay Fishy Fridays, we just had new cups.
No, we didn't.
Why would you do that? Give me the cup.
Supposed to wait until we have him here. We can.
That's
trophy
fine.
it.
We can, yes.
You're always ruining fun.
Stop, dude. So they're a cup bigger than this, and they're wider. And they say OFR insignia, like up in the corner right there on one side, and then on the other side they say Stay Fishy. This is going to be our official drinking cup for Friday nights, and you guys will have availability to them. We're not making nothing on them. We put them as cheap as they're charging us, so we don't make nothing, but you guys can all get drinking cups with us.
See, wouldn't it have been a much better if we had the cup in front of us? You said, "Hey guys,
the cup will be here,
we
and
have
then
our
you can
drinking
do it.
cup."
You can do your thing when the cup gets here.
I don't want to now.
They can't buy it now.
Yes, they can.
No, they can't.
It's on the website. I promise you.
Oh, it's already up and running?
That's what I'm saying.
You can go on our website on right under the video. You see Tracy pants and all that. Click on that, and you can go to our spring store. And in there, you can switch from apparel to whatever, and you can find the drinking cups on there now.
All right, guys. It was fun hanging out with you. I hope you guys have a great Friday night. I hope it was fun hanging out with us, and we will see you all next week. And as always, stay fishy, my friends.
That's way too premature.
You're not even joining me, bud.
All right, let's try it again.
You're sitting here not even doing the controls. All right, I've got someone here. I've got to go. So,
all right, guys.
Bye-bye.
Stay fishy, my friends. I'm sorry we have to go. I would love to stay here and hang out with you guys. Thank you.